Well, good morning, everyone. Feeling a little out of it today. I don't know. I keep wanting to wake up a little earlier because I'm not waking up very early, and I just keep wanting to do it, and I just can't do it. I set my alarm for 7 today, and I just couldn't do it. It took me almost 2 hours to get out of bed, and I'm just feeling so sleepy. And today again, it's another rainy, cloudy day. And I think that maybe that doesn't help. I used to think that I didn't mind days like this, but maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe they do have an effect. But we basically have enough time to weigh ourselves, have breakfast, get ready, and go because we have our ping pong session today. And so, yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and do it. I'll put you guys here. Hopefully the camera won't fall. Yeah. All right. Let's go get our little lime. How cute is this thing? Right? Okay. Let me take my hair down. And drop shorts. Okay, and we are ready. I don't even remember where we were yesterday. All right, well, we'll take a look in a minute and compare. All right, let's see what happens here. 140.1. Did we go up? Weren't we at like 139 something? We might be. We might have gone up a little bit. $140.5. Oh, no, sir. We don't want this. Yeah, 140.5. Yikes. I think that this is higher than we were yesterday. Okay. 140.5 kilos, 2 pounds. All right, let's see. 140.5 is 309.7. 309.7. 309.7. 309.7. Yeah, we're up 2 pounds. Yikes. All right, add data. Ooh. 309.7. Okay. All right, so we're up a bit. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. We are looking for a trend. We are looking for our trend. All right, well, that is what we got. Let's go have breakfast. All right, and as we keep doing every morning these days, we have our 3 fried eggs and arepa. I wonder why my weight was up. But again, need to remind myself, we're doing averages, and we're looking at averages from 1 week to the next. And if we're averaging a pound down, that's exactly, where we should be. So Yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going with this. I'm just so out of it. I don't want to do anything. But I don't know, maybe going out and doing the ping pong and stuff will sort of wake me up a little bit and stuff. So let me go ahead and have my breakfast, and I will see you guys for lunch. So yeah, today is a very icky day, and I really do not feel like going to this at all. But, hopefully once I get there and I do a little bit of exercising, it'll feel a little bit better. But right now, I just had zero energy to go and do it. So usually what I do is I get out of the house and I walk to a subway stop. That's about, I don't know, 3 blocks maybe. So this is where the Congress, so where the Capitol is, and then I just kind of walk to the end of here, and there's a subway stop right there. So that's usually where I go. Traffic can be tricky around here sometimes, as you guys can see over there. It's kind of stopped, and the buses are very, the bus network is very extensive and very good, but it can be a bit unreliable in terms of the timing. And so I walk a little more if I take the subway as opposed to taking a bus. But, that way I'm also doing a little extra walking, and it's a little more reliable in terms of the timing. And so, I stepped on a loose thingy and splashed water. And so, yeah, I decided to take the subway because it's a little more reliable in terms of time, and I walk a little more. So, and this is probably the closest subway stop to the apartment. There's a bunch just because we're very central, but this is the closest one right now, especially for where we're going. I need to make sure that I have enough money in my... Yep, we're good. So, and the subway is incredibly cheap here. That was 87 pesos because basically the first few trips cost 125, which is literally 12 cents American. And then the more you ride, the cheaper it gets. And so it went from 12.5 cents to 8.7 cents. So it's literally less than a dime to towards the end of the month, before the number of rides that you've taken resets. It keeps going down, and it resets every month. So towards the end of the month, you're paying less than a dime for it, which is crazy. Seems to be pretty busy. Usually is around this time, weekdays and stuff. And so it is what it is. Okay, so I ride maybe 3 stops, I think. That's 3 stops. And here I have to connect to a different line. So I'm going to line E, which is the purple one. And that one's a little bit longer. So this one was literally maybe 5 minutes. And then the other one is maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. It's not very long, but It is a little bit of a walk. I mean, not terrible, but a little bit of a walk. So I just take advantage of the fact that I do have to walk between, when I connect trains and stuff, and I get a little bit of my steps in this way. So right now we're here. This is where we connected from line A to here. And then we got to take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations. And this is where we get off. And then we walk like 2 blocks to get to the ping pong place. Okay, and we have finally arrived at our station. It really doesn't take very long. It's like less than 5 minutes on the first one, and then maybe 10 minutes on this one. Still very, very quick, very efficient. And now it's like maybe 2 blocks. 2, 1.5. It's not very long to get to the place where we're playing. Also, by taking the subway, I'm taking stairs up and down. I'm walking a little bit more. Oh, it's annoying and raining. But, yeah. So that way, there's a little more movement, I guess, if I was taking the bus. Again, maybe not as reliable, at least for me. And, and I'm moving a little less. So I think that this feels like a win-win. And this right across the street is it. It's like a little community center, I want to say. I'm guessing that they also rent it out for like special events and stuff. But yeah, it's like a little community center. And they have a lot of different persons and different ping pong tables and stuff. So and this is basically what we have here. So it's a bunch of ping pong tables, and basically everybody is really good. I'm the worst one here. I'm the one that has a long way to go. Everybody is really, really good. All right, so I gotta go. Talk to you guys in a bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little sweaty. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Okay. So it's 2 hours of doing this. And yeah, I mean, it is a sweaty business. So I'm on my way back to the metro, and there's a grocery store in there just a block from here on my way to the metro. And so I'll stop in there and get a bottle of water so I can be drinking on my way back, because I am sweaty. I am super sweaty. All right, so ideally we want to find a bottle of water that is cold and fizzy. And I don't know where they keep them, because I don't really come to... Oh, here we are. So one of these guys is about 85 cents American. So it's not horrible. It used to be cheaper, but this is what we are getting from the grocery store, and we can drink it on our way back home, and then we'll have some lunch. There are probably very few things in this world that I hate more than being this drenched in sweat. I hate it. I feel so gross.
So uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. So something that I do on my way back is, instead of getting off at this metro station that we got on our way there, I actually go one step further and get off the station right next to Congress, so that I'm walking to the apartment downhill instead of uphill. Beautiful buildings. But that way, if I took the same station, I would be walking uphill, which is not terrible, but when I'm this tired, I do not need to be doing that shit. Oh, I love it. All right. There seems to be some kind of protest today. There's usually a protest like every day here, so.
Well, I think we need to get into a little bit of a story time, because I just don't think there's a better way to do this. So, okay. Basically, here's what happened. We can talk about, we can break it down further, I guess, later, but here's what happened. So, I was coming home from ping pong, and you guys saw how sweaty and uncomfortable I was. And I get home, and Jolima's having lunch. She's having leftover soup from yesterday, because she had an appointment. And so she said, "Oh, sorry, I'm eating this for lunch. These leftovers for lunch, because I got to rush out." I immediately, that moment, I was like, "Well, what am I gonna have for lunch?" And I thought, I'm still trying to make sense of it. I think that the reason I'm having such a difficult time with this is that I'm still trying to make sense of what happened. So she says, I got to rush out. And so she basically finishes her lunch and she rushes out. And then I'm sitting here thinking, well, what am I going to have for lunch? And, there are things in there, some things that are cooked somewhat. I could just put something together. And then I just didn't. I thought, well, I can just, I feel like that like addict mentality or persona or whatever it is took over. Basically, I walked myself over to McDonald's and I had McDonald's for lunch. And yeah, I'm thinking back and I thought, well, she's going, I'm going to be unsupervised. Just like that's crazy. I'm going to be unsupervised for a few hours. And I thought, oh, but like it just, yeah, that's what's baffling right now. It's just that, yeah, that's what I did. So I walked over and I had McDonald's for lunch and I thought, you know what? Let's, fuck it. I was in a defiant fuck it mode. Is that what we're calling it? Defiant fuck it mode? DFM? I believe so. Yeah, and so I did. And then on my way back, I didn't stop back in the apartment, but went all the way to the corner and grabbed coffee and some of the pastries, that sweet croissants, the media lunas that they make here. And it just, I was talking about it with Jolima when she got back, and it was just, yeah, it was complete, like, this addict behavior of like, ooh, I'm gonna be unsupervised. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be alone, and no one has to know. And it's just like, I don't know, it's a little baffling because it's like, I need to be able to supervise myself. I can't be relying on other people not to eat bad food, but it's interesting. That's what happened. So, and of course, out of shame and guilt, I didn't film anything. And we were talking about it, and I thought, in the moment, you have these like things, and so these behaviors that then afterwards you look back and they make no sense. So I thought, well, I got to go over there. I'm going to go over there, but she had asked me. She ordered something online, and basically here it's not like in the U.S. where Amazon can just drop your packages. Like if you're not home, they don't deliver it, which is really annoying. I know, but there's just no way around it. So she said, there might be a delivery while I'm gone, so please make sure you watch out for it. And I was going to be here, so no problem. And so when I'm thinking of, I'm plotting this McDonald's escapade, I'm thinking, oh, but if I go, she's and the people come and they ring the doorbell and no one answers, the next thing they do before they leave is they call the number, and it's her number. So I thought, well, they're going to call her and she's going to call me, and if I don't answer, she's going to check my location, and when she checks my location, she's going to see that I'm a fucking McDonald's. And so I thought, I can't do that. I can't, and that should have been enough to like snap me out of it, and it totally didn't. So what did I do? I leave my phone here and I say, oh, I could just say that I'm in the shower. Like right away, you start getting all these, like all this scheming around this dirty behavior. And it just, like everything that I've heard about addiction and stuff sounds like it. And it feels like like I might be trivializing it a little bit because it's with food, but the behavior is exactly the same as everything that I've heard. And, people talking about it. And so, so I left my phone here so there would be no evidence. And, I took my credit card. No one's going to look. And so, the whole thing, it was just that, like, there wasn't even a second thought or a moment of reflection of like, should I really do this? It was a fuck it. And I don't know if it's the ping pong is really taking it out of me. Like by the time I'm done with ping pong, I am in really bad shape. I am really like overtired. Like I could have stopped like before, but it's 2 hours and that's the thing. And I'm like, I was playing with, like my partner today was this guy who's, he must be like 80 at least. And he's like running circles around me. So I feel bad being so much younger, like maybe half his age, and being like, oh, can we take a break? And I don't know if that, by then, just like my willpower is completely gone and my body's just like, I need to eat. And so like, again, had she been here and ready for us to eat lunch together, this probably wouldn't have happened because I wasn't even thinking about it. But it's the moment that I got here and I realized I could get away with it and no one will know. And that's just crazy. That's insane. And so of course, after I was done and I came back, I finally came to my senses. And the first thing I did was talk to her about it. Because the behavior was so shady.
like so shady. I was scheming to not get caught, and that's just absolutely crazy. So, also interestingly enough, like the day before, I had lunch and it was that soup, and it was like very, I would say, nutrient dense. But then today I had, so what did I have? I had a Big Mac. I had, they call it a large Coke, but their large here is like a medium in the States. Like a normal size drink, like on the smaller side, I would say. But no, probably their large is a medium here. And so, and then I got fries, but it wasn't just the fries. They do like a they call it cheddar here, but it's not cheddar cheese. It's like cheddar sauce almost, like nacho sauce basically, and bacon on it. And then I didn't stop there. I got 10 chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce. And then I came back and I had what they call an Americano here, which is basically an espresso with a little bit of water. Again, but I put sugar in there and I had 3, and it's funny, so the guy comes over and I usually just order the same thing. So I say one Americano and 2 media lunas. And as he's walking away, I'm like, you know what, make it 3. I mean, it really was total DFM, total defiant fuck it mode. It's just crazy. So anyway, I'm coming clean, you guys, because after doing the dirty deed, I came to my senses and I realized. But again, I'm mainly just baffled by my behavior, how quick I was to just say, fuck it. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the difference between, like, the times, especially in the US when I was by myself so much of the time, and I managed not to do this. And then here, and I know it's been, a bit of an adjustment and it's been a rough few weeks and all that stuff, but like the moment I'm by myself and boom. And so I'm trying to make sense of it, mainly so that we can work on it and it doesn't happen again. But wow. I mean, really just wow. That's crazy. Anyway, so I actually don't know if I went over my calories for today, because doing the ping pong and I measure it, or I guess my ring tracks it and it adds the extra calories and stuff. I think I probably didn't go over my calories for today. Obviously not ideal, but I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow when we get on the scale. It's interesting to see all these things, but I think that was, I guess, the most shocking was just the behavior, and not just how quick I was to just like, yeah, fuck it, this is what we're doing. The trying to hide it aspect of it, and it's not the first time that I've like hidden. I mean, that's a pretty normal, common behavior for people like us, right? Where you're hiding, and there's a certain amount of shame around it and stuff, but just crazy. So, well, I mean, such it is. The rocky road to losing 150 pounds when you clearly have a food addiction. So, I didn't eat anything else for today, obviously. I mean, I could have eaten more stuff, and I was cravey tonight, of course, because that shit opens Pandora's box. And so, but we did good. Didn't really eat anything. Not really. Didn't eat anything else, and that is it. So I'm going to head to bed. Tomorrow we get on the scale, and, it'll be what it'll be. We'll just keep pushing. And, of course, tomorrow is May 1st. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is in the States, but it is a holiday here, and we got invited to a friend's house because it's like I don't even know what kind of holiday it is. It's like a Labor Day? Is this what? Whoa, Día del Trabajo. Yeah, like the day of work, like Labor Day. Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm an idiot. But anyway, so we got invited to a friend's house for lunch. I don't know what they'll be serving, and usually one of these meals opens Pandora's box and it's difficult to get back. And so I'm a little nervous because tomorrow, like if we were staying here and I could just get back to eating some of our meals here, that would be easier. But it makes me a little nervous because I don't know what they're going to serve. And I don't know, based on whatever they serve, if I'll be able to control myself, I guess, in a way. And I was just thinking that somebody commented, one of you guys commented on the video, and he was saying that, he's got a couple of meals that he already knows all the macros and all the things, and he's just like having those things consistently. And it's an excellent idea, and I know I really should do it. And I'm going to think about doing it some more and trying to make it a little easier so that, because he saw me, and I know this because I feel it too, struggling a little bit to come up with a new meal every day, and trying to figure this out. There are a couple of things that are tricky about that. One, I do need a certain level of variety, so that I don't, if it's too monotonous, it can also make it difficult, and it's already difficult. And so like that can be a little tricky, but it can be done, obviously. But also Jolima is horrible with repeating meals. She does not want to fucking do it. And so, I don't know, maybe if we can find a couple of ones that we can rotate like that. But anyway, I just thought of as we were talking about this, I thought of it, and it's just a brilliant idea to just have it and be able to replicate it, and beam, 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 beam. That way we can keep going. So thank you guys. As always, just so happy to be able to share with you guys and to have this little community here that is so helpful and so, my source of motivation. You guys are one of my main sources of motivation as I go through this. So I hope that you're also getting something from me, that you're finding enough value in seeing me go through this shit. Because, it's tricky. Days like today, they're tricky. So, all right. That's it. See you tomorrow.